You sit down at your desk with 3 SEO proposals in front of you. One quote is for 2,000 Rand a month. The next is 10,000. The third is 45,000. All of them use the exact same buzzwords. They all promise audits, keyword research, and optimization. But looking at these side by side, it is impossible to see why the prices are so different. Because the documents look identical on the surface, you have no way of knowing which of these is a scam and which is a ripoff. The true cost of an SEO strategy is never dictated by the length of the proposal or the number of tasks listed on a page. The price difference is actually determined by 2 factors: the depth of the initial diagnosis and the level of implementation responsibility the consultant is willing to accept. If you choose purely on price, you risk wasting your budget on a cheap monthly retainer that achieves nothing. But you also risk overpaying a premium consultant for a complex strategy when your site only needed a simple technical fix. Comparing these quotes based on price alone is misleading because you aren't yet comparing the same level of work. You have to define the scope and the risk before the price tells you anything useful. Consider the first pricing trap, the standardized low-cost monthly task package. Because the fee is so low, the provider can't afford to build a custom strategy. You end up paying for generic deliverables and automated tool reports instead of a real solution. You save money on day one, but your business assumes 100% of the commercial risk. If these tasks don't generate visibility or sales, that's your loss, not theirs. Executing random tasks without diagnosing the root cause of your traffic problems leads to a 0 return on your investment. On the other end of the scale, you have the premium audit-only engagement. An audit is just a diagnostic document. It is not the same thing as actually making the changes to your code or your content. If your internal team doesn't have the time or the technical skill to execute those fixes, that expensive audit document gathers dust while your traffic remains flat. Both the cheap task list and the expensive audit fail for the same reason. Implementation was never part of the plan. Paying for any SEO service without a clear plan for who will actually do the work transfers the entire risk of failure right back onto you. A better approach is paying for a comprehensive diagnosis before you sign an ongoing contract. A real diagnosis identifies the root causes of poor performance. It looks past symptoms, like a drop in traffic, to find the underlying technical or content issues. This upfront work costs more, and it delays the immediate gratification of checking off SEO tasks. However, it prevents your developers or writers from wasting hundreds of hours on low-impact changes that don't help the business grow. Look at the top right quadrant of this chart. Projects like enterprise e-commerce migrations carry massive commercial risk and extreme technical complexity. That premium fee covers a consultant who coordinates with your developers, reviews every line of completed code, and measures the actual impact on your sales. Compare that to a simple local service website. The complexity is low and the risk is smaller, so it requires much less oversight and a significantly lower budget. The high premium for complex projects buys you risk mitigation. It protects high-revenue sites from catastrophic traffic loss during major transitions. A premium fee is only justified when the consultant's active oversight directly protects your company's revenue from significant technical risk. There is one red flag you will see in many SEO proposals: the promise of guaranteed results. Any provider guaranteeing a #1 ranking is ignoring how search engines actually work. No one can guarantee a specific spot on a platform they don't own. To meet these fake guarantees, providers often target uncompetitive, low-value search terms that none of your actual customers are using. Or they use risky tactics that give you a temporary boost right before an algorithm update destroys your site's visibility permanently. These guarantees create an illusion of success while failing to generate the qualified leads or commercial impact your business actually needs. To find the right price, you have to match the SEO model to your specific business constraints. For a simple local business, opt for a one-off project. With a capable in-house team, choose an audit for senior direction. But for a complex business with no internal capacity, you need an ongoing consultant-led retainer. Because every business has different needs, there is no universal market rate for SEO. The right price is the one that aligns with specific technical risks and your internal resources. So before you sign anything, always use this checklist to evaluate the quote. Ask the provider what exact problem they diagnosed before giving a price. Then determine exactly who implements it. Ask what specifically will happen in the first 90 days. You need to know how they plan to resolve the specific constraints holding back your traffic, rather than just paying for a list of tasks. Shifting your focus toward the scope of responsibility is the only reliable way to ensure you are actually maximizing the return on your SEO investment.